Every day, the moment you wake up, you are given a choice. You can either let the day control you or you can take control of it. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. If you start your day feeling rushed, scattered, or without direction, the rest of your day is likely to follow that pattern. But if you wake up with intentionality, with a clear sense of purpose, you create momentum that carries you forward. Intentionality is not about controlling every single outcome because, let's be honest, there will always be factors outside of your control. It's about controlling the one thing you always have power over, your mindset. The strongest, most resilient individuals understand that success, whether in life, business, relationships, or personal growth, doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. It happens when you wake up and set a clear intention for how you will approach the day ahead. One of the most powerful ways to build this habit is through morning rituals. These don't have to be complex, time-consuming, or overwhelming. They just need to be consistent. For some, it's journaling, where they take a few minutes to write down their goals, their priorities, or even just a simple thought of gratitude. Others find power in meditation, giving themselves space to quiet the noise before the world demands their attention. Some start with physical movement, exercise, stretching, or a walk, to wake their body and mind together. Regardless of the method, the goal is the same: to center yourself before the day begins. When you do this, you are telling your mind, I am in control of how I respond to the world today. That's a powerful message. Most people wake up and immediately react to emails, to social media, to the demands of work, to other people's expectations. But the ones who build an unbreakable mindset take a different approach. They don't react, they set the tone. Another part of starting your day with intentionality is having a clear purpose for the day. This doesn't mean you have to have your entire life planned out. It simply means knowing what matters most today. What is one thing you will accomplish? What is one action that will bring you closer to your goals? When you wake up with clarity, you eliminate the wasted energy that comes from indecision and distraction. It's easy to let life pull you in 100 directions. Without intentionality, the day controls you. But when you wake up each morning with purpose, you begin to shape your own future. Your mindset strengthens, your focus sharpens, and your resilience grows. Because an unbreakable mind doesn't just happen, it's built. One day at a time, starting from the moment you open your eyes. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much we prepare, things won't always go as planned. Challenges arise, failures happen, and setbacks test our patience. The difference between those who break under pressure and those who rise stronger isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's their ability to reframe challenges. The way you interpret obstacles determines how you navigate them. If you see setbacks as permanent failures, they will defeat you. But if you see them as stepping stones for growth, they will shape you into someone stronger and more capable. Your mind is like a muscle. It strengthens with training. The more you teach it to see problems differently, the more resilient you become. People with an unbreakable mindset don't avoid adversity, they lean into it, with the understanding that every struggle contains a lesson. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? They ask, what can I learn from this? This shift in thinking changes everything. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance, you become someone who adapts, learns, and moves forward. Think about the people who have achieved the most in life. They didn't get there without hardship. They encountered rejection, criticism, and failure, sometimes over and over again. But what set them apart was their mindset. They chose to see every challenge as an opportunity to improve. When Thomas Edison was asked how he felt after failing thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, he said, I have not failed. I've just found 1,0,0,0,0 ways that won't work. That is the power of reframing. Instead of seeing failure as the end, he saw it as progress. Reframing challenges also means changing how you talk to yourself. The words you use shape your reality. When you tell yourself, I can't do this, your brain shuts down. But when you say, this is tough, but I'll figure it out, your mind starts searching for solutions. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never doubt themselves. They're the ones who choose to override doubt with action. They reframe obstacles as temporary, as lessons, as challenges to be overcome. Another way to reframe challenges is by shifting focus from problems to possibilities. When something goes wrong, it's easy to dwell on everything that didn't work. But what if instead you focused on what you can control? What if you asked yourself, what's the next step I can take? This simple question moves your mindset from frustration to forward motion. Building an unbreakable mindset isn't about avoiding struggle. It's about training yourself to see struggle differently. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a lesson. Every failure is a stepping stone toward success. The moment you shift your perspective, you take back control. Because in the end, it's not the challenges that define you, it's how you choose to respond to them. The people you surround yourself with shape your mindset, your energy, and ultimately your future. Whether you realize it or not, your environment influences the way you think, act, and perceive challenges. If you are constantly around negativity, doubt, or mediocrity, it will slowly seep into your mindset. But when you surround yourself with people who inspire you, push you, and challenge you to be better, you begin to rise to a higher standard. The strongest, most resilient individuals don't build their mindset alone. They are intentional about the company they keep. They understand that if they want to develop an unbreakable mindset, they need to be around people who reinforce strength, growth, and possibility. The saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," holds true. If the people around you are constantly complaining, making excuses, and settling for less, that energy will influence you. But if you surround yourself with individuals who are driven, solution-focused, and committed to growth, that mindset will become your norm. This doesn't mean you cut people out of your life the moment they show negativity. It means you become conscious of who you allow to influence you. It means setting boundaries with those who drain your energy and being intentional about seeking out people who challenge you in the right way. Growth happens when you are in an environment that pushes you to be your best. A great mentor, a supportive friend, or an ambitious colleague can help shift your perspective and encourage you to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. Having the right people around you also means engaging in the right conversations. The discussions you have daily play a crucial role in shaping your mindset. If your conversations are always centered around complaining, gossip, or fear, your mind will be conditioned to focus on those things. But if you spend time talking about ideas, solutions, and possibilities, your mind will naturally start to think in those terms. Being around people who are optimistic, growth-focused, and solution-oriented rewires your brain to see challenges as opportunities rather than roadblocks. One of the most powerful things you can do is actively seek out mentors and role models who embody the mindset you want to develop. Look for people who have been through adversity and come out stronger. Study how they think, how they respond to setbacks, and how they approach growth. The more you expose yourself to people who embody resilience and purpose, the more that mindset becomes ingrained in you. Ultimately, your environment is either strengthening your mindset or weakening it. The people you choose to be around will either pull you forward or hold you back. If you want to develop an unbreakable mindset, be intentional about your circle. Surround yourself with individuals who push you, support you, and remind you of what you are capable of. Because when you elevate your environment, you elevate your mindset, and that changes everything. Discipline is the foundation of an unbreakable mindset. It is the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when motivation fades, even when obstacles arise, even when progress feels slow. Many people rely on inspiration to take action, but inspiration is temporary. It comes and goes like the wind. Discipline, on the other hand, is unwavering. It is the force that keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. Those who develop an unbreakable mindset understand that success is not built on how they feel in the moment, but on the daily habits they commit to regardless of circumstances. They don't wait to feel motivated to do the work. They do the work, and through that process, motivation follows. This is the difference between those who achieve extraordinary things and those who remain stuck in cycles of inconsistency. The disciplined person understands that the small, consistent actions they take every day shape their future. Discipline is about making choices that align with your long-term vision rather than your short-term comfort. It's easy to give in to distractions, procrastination, or excuses when something feels hard. But every time you push through discomfort, you strengthen your resilience. You train your mind to prioritize progress over convenience. Whether it's waking up early to work on a goal, committing to a fitness routine, or staying focused when distractions arise, every disciplined decision reinforces a mindset of strength. One of the most effective ways to build discipline is by creating non-negotiable habits. When something is a non-negotiable, you do it regardless of how you feel. There is no decision-making process, no internal debate. It simply becomes part of who you are. For example, if you commit to reading 10 pages of a book every day, that habit compounds over time into immense knowledge. If you commit to exercising, even on days you don't feel like it, you develop not just physical strength, but mental toughness. The key is to remove emotion from the equation and commit to consistency. Another important aspect of discipline is delayed gratification. Many people struggle because they want instant results. They want success without patience, progress without effort, achievement without struggle, but anything worthwhile takes time. The most successful individuals understand that the ability to delay gratification, choosing long-term rewards over immediate pleasure, is what separates those who build something meaningful from those who quit too soon. They trust the process, knowing that small, consistent actions lead to massive results over time. When you develop discipline, you become unstoppable. You are no longer controlled by fleeting emotions or external circumstances. You don't wait for the perfect moment to take action. You create the moment. You don't make excuses, you make progress. Every time you push yourself beyond what's comfortable, you strengthen your mind. Discipline is not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. And when you master discipline, you develop a mindset that can withstand anything. Self-awareness is the foundation of mental strength. It is the ability to step back, observe your thoughts, and understand how your mind operates. Without self-awareness, you become a prisoner to your emotions, reacting impulsively rather than responding with intention. But when you develop a deep understanding of yourself, your triggers, patterns, strengths, and weaknesses, you gain control over your reactions, your mindset, and ultimately, your life. The journey to an unbreakable mindset begins with the willingness to look inward. Most people move through life on autopilot, repeating the same habits, making the same mistakes, and wondering why nothing changes. They are not aware of the beliefs that limit them or the fears that hold them back. But true growth begins the moment you take responsibility for understanding yourself. When you recognize the thoughts that sabotage your progress, you can challenge them. When you identify the emotions that pull you off track, you can regulate them. Self-awareness is about becoming an observer of your own mind rather than a victim of it. One of the most powerful tools for building self-awareness is reflection. Taking time to analyze your thoughts, actions, and emotions allows you to see patterns you may have missed before. Journaling, meditation, or simply pausing throughout the day to ask, why am I feeling this way, can reveal insights that shift your perspective. The key is to approach this process with honesty. Avoid justifying your behaviors or blaming external circumstances. Instead, take ownership of your mindset. If you find yourself constantly making excuses, ask why. If you feel stuck in a cycle of self-doubt, explore where that doubt comes from. Every moment of awareness brings you one step closer to mastering your mind. Another critical aspect of self-awareness is emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize and regulate emotions before they control you. Most people react impulsively to stress, anger, or frustration, letting their emotions dictate their actions. But when you are self-aware, you can pause and choose how to respond. You learn to separate emotions from facts, allowing logic and clarity to guide your decisions rather than fleeting feelings. This ability to regulate emotions is what allows mentally strong individuals to remain calm under pressure, focused during chaos, and resilient in the face of adversity. Self-awareness also helps you align your actions with your values and purpose. Many people experience inner conflict because their daily choices do not reflect what they truly want. They set goals based on external validation rather than personal fulfillment. But when you deeply understand yourself, what drives you, what inspires you, and what you truly want, you make decisions that align with your long-term vision. You stop chasing what others expect of you and start building a life that is meaningful to you. The more you cultivate self-awareness, the stronger your mindset becomes. You no longer allow circumstances or emotions to dictate your life. Instead, you take control, making intentional choices that align with your growth. The ability to understand yourself is the key to developing the mental strength needed to overcome any challenge. Resilience is the defining trait of those who develop an unbreakable mindset. It is not about avoiding hardship, but about how you respond when hardship comes. Life will always present challenges, setbacks, and failures, but resilience determines whether you rise above them or let them break you. The strongest individuals are not those who never struggle, but those who refuse to be defeated by their struggles. They understand that every difficulty carries a lesson, every setback builds strength, and every failure is an opportunity to grow. Resilience is developed through adversity. You don't become mentally tough by avoiding discomfort. You build resilience by facing challenges head-on. Every time you push through a difficult situation, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of overcoming anything. This is why the most successful people have often experienced significant failures. They did not let those failures define them. Instead, they used them as stepping stones to success. They refused to quit when things got hard. They adapted, learned, and kept moving forward. One of the key aspects of resilience is shifting your perspective on failure. Most people fear failure because they see it as a reflection of their worth. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every failure is a lesson, a test of perseverance, a chance to improve. Resilient individuals understand that setbacks are temporary. They do not dwell on mistakes or let obstacles discourage them. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and try again. They see every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger. Another crucial element of resilience is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much you plan, things will not always go the way you expect. Those who lack resilience become overwhelmed when things don't go their way, but those with an unbreakable mindset embrace change. They remain flexible, adjusting to new circumstances rather than resisting them. They understand that adaptability is a strength, not a weakness. When faced with uncertainty, they focus on what they can control rather than worrying about what they cannot. Resilience is also built through self-belief. When you trust in your ability to handle challenges, you become unstoppable. Self-doubt weakens the mind, making small obstacles feel like insurmountable barriers. But when you develop an unshakable belief in yourself, no challenge feels too great. This self-belief is not something you are born with. It is built through experience. The more challenges you overcome, the more confidence you gain in your ability to handle future difficulties. Ultimately, resilience is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up too soon. It is the ability to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you fall. It is the mindset that refuses to let failure define you, that sees adversity as an opportunity rather than an obstacle. When you develop resilience, you develop the ability to withstand anything life throws at you. And when you can do that, you become truly unstoppable.